Nostalgia and excitement are running high among fans as Outlander prepares to wrap up its nearly decade-long run. Nostalgia, because the series will undoubtedly revisit iconic moments from its first season, taking viewers back to where it all began. And sadness, because any true ending comes with lost change and the lingering echoes of goodbye. Led by showrunner Matthew B. Roberts, the writing team is skillfully weaving together details from Diana Gabaldon's final novels with new creations to give fans a fitting conclusion. At the heart of the story is still Claire Fraser, the indomitable woman Caitriona Balfe has portrayed for more than a decade. While Balfe has been less forthcoming with the media lately than her co-stars, script teases, and behind-the-scenes footage suggests that Claire will have to face her own legacy. How she looks back on her journey across the centuries and her choices for the future will be the emotional heart of the final season. If anyone thought that after 7 seasons Outlander would cool off before its finale, they clearly underestimated the boldness of the writers. Season 7 ended with a cliffhanger that had audiences around the world talking for months, and at the center of that moment was Master Raymond, the mysterious character whose every appearance leaves viewers with a series of unanswered questions. Claire Caitriona Balfe experiences a strange dream full of symbolic images and intense emotions. In the dream, she hears the voice of Fanny Flory May Wilkinson, humming the same melody Claire once sang to Faith, her first daughter who died at birth. That feeling not only brings back old pain, but also raises a bold suspicion. Has Master Raymond used his supernatural powers to bring Faith back? This is a completely TV-specific creation, as Claire's paranormal abilities are not explored in depth in the novel. If this theory is true, it would not only take the story in a completely new direction, but also connect to the seeds planted many seasons ago. Moments when Claire gradually realizes that she possesses an ability beyond the understanding of normal humans. According to information from the producer, Season 8 of Outlander will be mainly based on the novel Go Tell the Bees That I Am Gone, but will also interweave some details from Season 10, A Blessing for a Warrior Going Out, which has not yet been released. That means the audience will witness a hybrid version of the original and new creations, helping the story both retain the spirit of Diana Gabaldon while creating surprises for the longtime readers. Behind-the-scenes photos reveal Caitriona Balfe with much more silver hair than last season, hinting that time and events will leave a distinct mark on Claire. Interestingly, the show is not shot in chronological order, so no one can be sure if those scenes are part of the final episode or just a flashback. Notably, the crew filmed many different versions of the ending. Even Caitriona Balfe and Sam Hogan Jamie Fraser do not know which is the official endgame of their characters. This makes the fan community even more eager to wait for the broadcast date to know whether Claire and Jamie will have a completely happy ending or be caught up in a new tragedy. Although Outlander is entering its finale, its universe is expanding with Outlander Blood of My Blood, a prequel series that tells the story of Jamie Fraser's parents and Claire's parents in 2 parallel timelines. This is not only a reward for loyal fans, but also a way to keep the spirit of Outlander alive, even after the main story ends. At a recent fan convention, Sam Hogan gave a special piece of advice to the new cast: embrace the leather kilt. It sounds funny, but there is a whole layer of meaning behind it. The kilt is not only a traditional costume, but also a symbol of strength, pride, and the harsh challenges that anyone with the surname Fraser must face. With Blood of My Blood, the audience will witness the love story of Brian Fraser and Ellen Mackenzie in the context of 18th century Scotland, paralleling the love story of Henry and Julia, Claire's parents, in the context of World War I. The director and writer promised to keep the romance, drama, and political depth that have made the Outlander brand while creating a unique identity to attract both new audiences and those who have been with us for a long time. One of the things that makes the audience eagerly wait for the final season is the opportunity to return to the moments that shaped the soul of Outlander. According to the actors, the writing team will cleverly weave in many flashbacks, taking viewers back to the early seasons. where Claire first stepped through the Cray-na-Dunstone Circle, where she and Jamie met in the midst of a historical storm, and where strong relationships began to blossom amid blood tears and oaths. Sam Hoogan once hinted that some characters who have long left the screen could appear again through special segments. This immediately sparked a series of theories on social networks. Will Dougal Mackenzie, Murtage, or even Faith, Claire and Jamie's first daughter, return in some form? And if so, what message, warning, or gift will they bring to those left behind? Not only the characters, but also the setting will act as a living character. The endless green hills of the Scottish Highlands, the wooden rooms smelling of charcoal, and the harsh scenes of war will return as a reminder that time may pass, but memories remain. Despite their mental preparation, the cast still admits that filming the final season was a challenging experience. Catriona Balfe, who has been with Claire for more than a decade, shared that each scene felt like a step closer to the day of farewell, and that the feeling sometimes left her speechless on camera. Sam Hoogan described some scenes as gut-wrenching, to the point where the whole crew had to stop to calm down. Sophie Skelton, Brianna, and Richard Rankin Roger actively recorded behind-the-scenes moments like a digital diary, posting them on social media to both preserve memories and share with fans. Photos taken together, videos of laughter and tears, and captions like "Family Forever" or "End of an Era" made fans feel the bond of the crew even more clearly. What's special is that the affection the actors have for each other doesn't just appear on screen. Many people call this a chosen family, a group whose relationship has gone beyond work. When Outlander ends, not only the characters have to say goodbye, but real people also have to learn to leave an important part of their lives. More than just a timeless love story, Outlander has become a bridge to bring Scottish culture and the Gaelic language to millions of viewers around the world. The majestic natural landscapes, soulful soundtrack, and meticulously detailed historical details have turned the show into a vivid picture of the past. That legacy is not just on screen. Many filming locations in Scotland have become popular tourist destinations, attracting thousands of fans each year. Fan gatherings, history workshops, and even Gaelic courses have flourished thanks to the show's influence. Catriona Balfe once joked that Outlander has made a new generation suddenly want to learn to knit and cook venison stew. But there is truth behind that joke. The show has touched people's real lives, not just on screen. And perhaps Outlander's greatest legacy is a sense of belonging. A sense that no matter where you live or what language you speak, you can find a part of yourself in Claire and Jamie's story. It's a love that endures in the face of adversity. A love that is unconditional, and a belief that fate may bend, but true love never fades. The studio lights dimmed. The final cut was shouted, and the cast walked slowly away from the familiar set, marking the end of a journey that had lasted more than 10 years. Outlander was not just the end of a story, but also the end of a period in the lives of millions of people, from the actors, directors, writers, to every single viewer who had watched each episode over the years. Catriona Balfe, who had lived with Claire Fraser since the very beginning, stood looking out over the Highlands, where the wind carried the scent of damp soil and the sound of babbling brooks had been the backdrop for so many stories of love, loss, and hope. In her eyes, the audience could see not only the sadness of parting, but also the deep pride of having contributed to creating a legend. Sam Hoogan, who has fought so many battles on screen and in our hearts, as Jamie Fraser now faces his hardest battle yet, leaving the companion he has played for more than a decade. The laughter, the tears, the falling down and getting back up, all of it will forever resonate in the memories of those who have lived through it. On social media, a wave of shared memories erupted like a tidal wave of emotion video clips of Claire and Jamie from the first to the last season, long posts expressing gratitude and promises to keep Outlander alive in our hearts. But a good story never really ends. It lives on in the times we tell it to each other, in the cold, rainy nights when we replay the first episode, and in the real-life moments that make us think of Claire and Jamie. The final season may be a full stop on the show's journey, but it's a comma in the hearts of fans. A comma that leads to rewatches, discussions, and tears of nostalgia. Outlander's legacy lies not in its ratings, but in how it has united people from all over the world into a community. A place where people can find empathy, love, and sometimes a part of their own identity. And when the final episode ends, when the screen fades to black, there will be only one thing left, a promise to see you again. Not in a new season, but wherever we still believe that love can transcend time. Because in the end, Outlander has never been just a show. It is a reminder that love, when it is old enough, will find a way to cross all boundaries, be it centuries' wars or fate. And that's why we will never truly say goodbye.